Hi guys, this is Austin with the recap. Alright, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with my breakout player for the NBA season, actually. It's actually a rookie, and as a Northwest person, I am not surprised if he broke out, but a lot of people will be, and it's Terrence Ross. Now, when he got drafted 8 overall, people were like, what is Toronto doing? Jeremy Lamb is still on the board, and you drafted Terrence Ross? Are you crazy? They're not crazy, people. Terrence Ross is real good. At Washington last year, he averaged 16.4 points per game, and he has a smooth jump shot. He was 45.7% field goal percentage, which is pretty good. 37.1 from 3, also very good. Like, I love to have a player like that on my team. And he started to really click towards the end of the season. In NIT, nobody watched it because it was NIT. Against Northwestern, he had 32 points, which is very good. And on defense, he averaged 1.26 steals per game and 0.94 blocks. And people said that he took plays off on defense. That's what scouts are saying. But I really feel Dwayne Casey can get him to maintain the same production as a defensive player in the NBA as in the college as in the NBA, because Dwayne Casey's a defensive coach. But some people might think this is laughable, to think the Raptors might play defense. But like I said, Dwayne Casey's a defensive coach, so I think he'll get a lot out of Terrence Ross. Also, Terrence Ross rebounds the ball extremely well. He had 6.4 rebounds per game as a shooting guard / small forward. That's pretty good, saying he plays a lot at shooting guard. I think the first half of the season, he'll probably be the 7th man behind Jose Calderon, but by average 6-8 points. But after the All-Star break, I wouldn't be surprised to see him crack 6-man, maybe starting lineup, get 14 to 15 points a game, and just maybe be a dark horse candidate for Rookie of the Year. And also, the Raptors could make a playoff push. They got Kyle Lowry, they got Landry Fields in the offseason, Jonas Valanciunas coming over, so watch out for them. Now, on to my LSU versus Florida game. This is going to be my upset pick of the week, along with the West Virginia-Texas game. Number 10 Florida versus number 4 LSU. Going to be an old-fashioned SEC battle. Alright, here's why. Those teams are horrendous at passing. Florida's 110th in the country. There's only 120 teams, and they're an SEC team. The SEC is supposed to be the best conference in football, and they're 110th in passing. Are you serious? The LSU is barely any better. They're 95th in passing. LSU, you get to pick your players. Pick a quarterback! They gotta do it because their passing is terrible. Against Townsend, who's an FCS school, they did not look very good. The time of possession was horrible. They only won 38-22 for starters. And Townsend had 34 minutes and 42 seconds of possession. And LSU had 25 minutes and 18 seconds of possession. That's not gonna cut it against Florida. Florida's 10th in the country in defense, only allowing 12.8 points per game. LSU is 9th, allowing 12.6 points per game, so I think there's going to be a lot of runs. And the only reason I give Florida the edge is because it's in Gainesville. They got that Gator chomp going, and teams just cannot really play well there because of the noise. So I've got Florida winning 20-17 in a defensive battle. All right, let's get into my main topic. It's why I think the NBA should shorten its season to 66 games. Now, last year, I really enjoyed the NBA. Like, I could actually watch the games from the start of the year. I mean, usually in 82-game seasons, the teams kind of mess around for like 20 games, and they don't really play. So I think with 66 games, the teams will really start playing from the beginning of the year. Also, that means you can move the season start back to about the last week of November or the first week of December, which gives players more time to rest up before the season starts. Like players like Dwight Howard, who has back issues. You know he'd be healthy by the start of December, so that'd be good. And then once the Christmas games comes around, season really gets clicking. Now, some people said, oh, the NBA last year, oh, it was not good. The product was down. But it wasn't. I have some key stats here to show that. There's 10 years from 2001 to 2011. Those are all 82 game seasons. And then I also took the stats from 2011-2012 and compared them. So in 2001 to 2011, the field goal percentage average was 45.2%, and in 2011-2012, it was 44.8%. Not a big difference. 3-point field goal percentage, 2001 to 2011, 35.4%, 2011 to 2012, 34.7%. Again, not a huge difference. Points per game, which everybody loves points, also not a big difference at all. 2001 to 2011, 97.68 points. 2011 to 2012, 96.26 points. Now, some people saying, oh, the game's sloppy. Look at turnovers. 2001 to 2011, it was 14.5 turnovers per game. 2011, 2012, 14.58 turnovers per game. That's identical. I don't care what you say. That is identical. You cannot say anything about that. It's too close and the product's better. Also, it would be good for video games like 2K13, 2K14 coming out next year, because especially in the My Player modes, you wouldn't have to play a full 82 games as your My Player. You could just play the 66, which would be so much better, because it's so boring having to play all 82 games. One concern, though, about shortening to 66 games, is what Adam Silver said in April, as if you cut the season shorter, we cut our revenue significantly as well. And you all know how NBA players love their money, as Latrell Sprewell once famously said, why would I want to help them win a title? They're not doing anything for me. I'm at risk here. I got my family to feed. Now, he said this after rejecting a $21 million 3-year contract from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, why does it take Mr. Sprewell $21 million to feed his family? What are you feeding them? Lion meat? Like, is it some rare food that you can only get in some rare country that is very hard to get? You know what else you can feed your kids? Top ramen! They love it, and it's only $1. So, that's just ridiculous. But if the NBA can figure out how to keep their money the same, their revenue the same, why not shorten it to 66 games? It'd be so much better. They'd be more rested for the playoffs. They'd be healthier. And the product's better. Now on to my Gold Star and Dunce Awards for the week. My Gold Star award goes to Miguel Cabrera. How could I not give him the Gold Star? He won the Triple Crown. That hasn't been done since 1967, where Carl Yastrzemski did it. Here are his Triple Crown stats. He had a .330 batting average. To me, that's the most impressive because he's a power hitter. You'd expect him to strike out a lot, but he really got a lot of hits, which in my mind, that's great. He had 44 home runs, which is just, what can you say about that? And 139 RBIs. Just, again, really great stats. So, give him the MVP! A lot of people are saying, oh, give it to Mike Trout, give it to Mike Trout. But Mike Trout's a rookie, so I don't really feel like he should be able to win it. My opinion is rookies should not be able to win the MVP. That's why we have Rookie of the Year awards. Also, Miguel Cabrera won the Triple Crown, so you have to go ahead and give it to him. Mike Trout didn't win the Triple Crown, so you can't give it to him. Miguel Cabrera did, so you gotta give it to him. Now onto my Dunce Award. Tony Romo. Tony, you're not elite. We've determined that this year. You have not been good at all. Again, you had a terrible game against the Bears. You threw 5 picks. You might want to use a magnifying glass to check to make sure the players are on your team before you throw them the ball, because you seem to have trouble with that this year. Through 4 games, you have 8 picks and 5 touchdowns. Dude. Anytime you have more picks and touchdowns, you know there's something wrong. Skip Bayless was even on Tony Romo. And Skip Bayless loves Tony Romo. So, Tony, you gotta step your game up. The offense is only averaging 16.25 points a game, and you have great receivers like Miles Austin and Dez Bryant. This is just ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. But one thing, Tony Romo, you're not elite. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments in the description, in the comments I should say. Make sure to ask questions and I'll answer them in the next video. Also, go to my Facebook page and like that. The link is in the description, so you have no reason not to go there. Also, subscribe to my videos. I really need your support. And you just watched Austin with the recap.